We introduced the family constellations model in section 1, and we talked about ancestral beliefs and how they might be playing a role in different aspects of your life. When I saw this quote recently from Linda Hogan, a Native American writer, I thought it fit perfectly to introduce the spirituality track in section 5. Walking, I am listening to a deeper way. Suddenly, all my ancestors are behind me. Be still, they say. Watch and listen. You are the result of love of thousands. I really love that quote. Wow. There is a very simple exercise that I would like to share with you to help underscore this point. Go ahead and close your eyes. Imagine yourself standing at center court in the middle of a basketball court, staring at bleachers that are empty and that go all the way up. As you're standing in center court, looking toward the bleachers, find your father standing in front of you on your left side. Find your mother standing in front of you on your right side. So you're in center court. They're all the way by the bleachers facing you. Dad's on the left, Mom's on the right. Behind Dad, put his parents. And behind Mom, put her parents. And then behind Dad's parents, put their parents. And keep doing that all the way up. And behind Mom and her parents, put their parents. And do that all the way up. And allow the bleachers to completely populate. And as you're standing there, center court, looking at two lineages, notice all of those individuals did exactly what they needed to do at exactly the right time, perfectly, so that you can stand exactly where you're standing. Take a deep breath, come on back, and open your eyes. If you need to hit the pause button and do some reflection on this, please do so now. If you want to stop and do some journaling, or if you just want to go back and continue to play that scene, it's a very powerful scene and it can be quite transformative. Please take time to do so. So, how does love correlate with miracles? In fact, what is a miracle? Well, Wikipedia defines a miracle as a miracle is an event not ascribable to human power or the laws of nature and consequently attributed to a supernatural, especially divine agency. Such an event may be attributed to a miracle worker, saint, or faith-based leader. A miracle is when a being with supernatural powers, such as God, works with the laws of nature to perform what are in fact miracles. Okay, that's one definition. Another definition I found is, quote, a surprising and welcoming event that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. And the Bible defines a miracle as miracles are those acts that only God can perform, usually superseding natural laws. This is my favorite definition of the word miracle. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. This definition is from A Course in Miracles. A Course in Miracles, also referred to as ACIM, is a self-study curriculum which aims to assist its readers in achieving spiritual transformation. Psychologist Helen Schucman channeled the content of ACIM in the mid-70s based on an inner voice that she identified as Jesus. In the Course of Miracles, Chapter 1 talks about the principles of miracles, and there are 50 of them. I know, a lot, right? The Course in Miracles talks about how miracles are habits, how they are natural, that they are thoughts, and in essence, a type of exchange, that miracles heal, that they transcend the body, and that they are signs of forgiveness. Most importantly, for me, miracles represent freedom from fear and inspire gratitude. Miracles are of movement toward right of thinking, which for me translates into being in relationship with self, others, and certainly the world around you, rather than having a need to be right. ACIM states that revelation induces experience and miracles induce action. Let me just read that one more time because I think that's really powerful. Revelation induces experience, right? So you have this aha moment, and miracles induce action, right? So when you have the aha moment, then you want to do something different. You could even think that the aha moment might be an interruption of a pattern. So let's unpack this a little further because I believe the power here in this statement is quite unparalleled. Another word for revelation is awareness. When we have awareness about a pattern or a reason why something happened, we have a better understanding about the situation. Thus, our experience/perspective immediately changes. When someone at work snaps at you and you later find out that their loved one is dying, instantaneously you change your mindset about them. You might begin to have compassion for them or offer assistance in some way. You might even invite them to take some personal time off. This happens all the time. On extreme levels, we may have heard of the stories where certain elected officials were staunchly against gay rights or gay marriage, and then someone in their family comes out of the closet and we see them on TV and they're tearing up, and now they have a different perspective. Al Jazeera English made a documentary called The Abortion War, where Jim Buckey, I think that's how you pronounce it, an Ohio state representative, was interviewed for advocating extreme anti-abortion legislation for his state. When asked by the reporter, "What do you think makes a woman want to have an abortion?" he replies, "Well, I'm not a woman. It's a question I've never even thought about." The point here is about shifting perspective through awareness and about asking yourself the questions that invite awareness and revelations. By simply saying out loud, "It's a question I never even thought about," has already shifted Jim's experience. It's incredibly powerful and really quite vulnerable and courageous thing to say, especially publicly. So let's give him a lot of credit here. When we choose to give him credit, this is the miracle stance we can hold. Rather than judge him for his viewpoints, we induce the miracle through action. And the action is compassion and support for his courage and vulnerability. Miracles are simply expressions of love, no matter how tiny, no matter how subtle those expressions may be. Every single time you choose to step into being in relationship with someone rather than choosing to be right, you are part of a miracle.